So, welcome to another episode of Indisputable Evidence. We back again. I'm your co-host, Anthony Beck, my other co-host,
Jerry Brown.
Your man Marcus.
Freshly shaven Darnell. What's going on, y'all?
freshly shaven Darnell. Man, look like he's fresh out of prison after 10 years. How's it feel to be out now? How's it feel to breathe in that fresh air?
Yeah, it's been like Kyrie when he had that first take interview with Stephen A. I think I traded to Boston. This buys the suit.
Ain't it, bro?
Why you doing like that? I wouldn't do that now.
Everybody who gets freshly shaven looks like this to me. They just do.
Somebody told me I look 10 years younger. I'm like, oh no.
Bro, y'all have no idea how often I get told that now. How old are you? 30? You look 20 or 21.
Plus the haircut. So
No, you not with actual pictures of AD like outside the spot. He had been not 21. Like why lines this man?
If I get everything cut, I will look 21.
I believe it.
Like if I get the beard cut off, yeah, I can see what they mean. But when I had a beard on, they still said, "I'm like, what are y'all talking about?"
Hachimura!
You know what? I'll just I'll just get the James Harden beard. I'll just do that.
Bro, you should.
No, I'm not doing that. That's too much.
That's too much maintenance.
That's way too much. I don't even know how he does it. But
Okay,
we
Hachi.
got a big show for y'all tonight, as y'all can hear. We got the Warriors-Lakers game on. Game one of the semis. Warriors are up currently 19-15, and Klay Thompson has 10 points already.
Clay went all around the room. That also reads defensive possession there, but it went in.
But we'll get into these playoffs. And also recap the NFL draft. Were there any surprises? How we thought our teams did? There was a couple surprises for me, but we'll get into that. But we're gonna start. First of all, even though the current game is going on right now with the Warriors and Lakers,
Come on, Looney again, bro.
yeah, Kevon Looney. You can lay it right into it, Marcus. We got to recap Game 7.
Yeah,
Kind of just let's talk about the season that the Kings had. So in Game 7, what do y'all think was the difference in Game 7?
I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna start real fast, and I got like two things: championship DNA and experience.
Jesus Christ. I'll go the two major things. One of the greatest Game 7s, probably the greatest Game 7 I've ever personally seen from my individual player Steph. And Kevon Looney just rebounding his ass off. Third quarter.
Hey, I got the simple difference maker. Steph Curry.
Yeah,
because without him, the Warriors would have been stuck. Like the Kings almost had him.
Look at those shooting percentages outside of Steph. They shot like 29% from the field.
They did. They needed every single one of those 50 points play.
But that's a game. That's what Game 7s are. You just got to empty the clip. Your best player just got to take you home sometimes. And that's Steph did it. Give me the damn ball. Kevon Looney get these rebounds, and they give me the ball out off of those. And
I think they had like a 10-point lead, and the Kings were like looking like they were trying to come back. And Steph Curry said no.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He said no.
But you know what, Marcus? You kind of named one of my difference makers in the entire series. Kevon Looney. This man had 3 games in this series of 20-plus rebounds. That's the definition of dominating the boards, and they needed every single one of those boards because, like I said, he gets those boards as extra possessions. You kicking the ball out to Steph, he already dropping 50 on you. So
it's like, sure, they weren't shooting that well, but
right.
you get them enough possessions, they're going to hit those backbreakers on you eventually. And that was really the whole series. Whoever rebounded in that particular game won.
Yeah, and Sabonis apparently couldn't jump, so that was weird.
Oh, that was actually one of my other keys, though.
Well,
when you series in that game, Sabonis just was not good finishing around the rim.
Well, when you get ribs just stuck, and you end up looking like Tom from Tom and Jerry, when he get hurt, no, you ain't gonna be able to jump or breathe.
He wasn't good finishing around the rim before he got hurt.
He
which was
was.
weird.
It surprised me because, I mean, he's not overly big, but you would think he'd be able to finish over Draymond and even go at Kevon Looney. He couldn't even do it.
It was bad. And the worst part is they just basically guarded him, ironically, like Draymond. From 15 feet out, they just did not look at him.
He hit a couple of those shots.
Yeah, he did a good job in the first half, but then the third quarter, particularly,
it was dark.
It was bad.
It was dark.
Yeah.
And then Fox didn't have it really from the get. And when your best player just doesn't have it for a game, it's curtains in Game 7.
But two of my other keys
tough.
did say, I mean, championship DNA and experience. It kind of showed. Let me tell you why it showed, Marcus. Let me tell you why. Because if you look at that third quarter, and the odds really started late in the second quarter, they started just chucking up shots from anywhere. And it made you wonder, like, what are y'all doing? Like, this is not what got y'all here.
Actually, it kind of is.
Well, no, because the ball movement just stopped. The games that they won in this series, it was ball movement. They had the Warriors running all over the place, and we got.
That's how you beat them. That's how you beat them.
I mean, they tried to run it. They just didn't have it from the field. That was the game. They just didn't have it.
As soon as you start trying to knock the Warriors out with deep shots, you try to play them. You try to play their game. It's over. Like you're
Here was the worst part though. Where the fuck was Davion Mitchell? 8 minutes. Terrence Davis played 26 minutes.
That's true.
Many of the time he had to guard Steph, and he got absolutely obliterated.
That was sickening to
I
watch.
mean, he hit a few threes, but Steph's going for 50. I mean, yeah, you gonna trade those threes to stop Steph, to get your best perimeter defender out there to stop Steph. I'm trading those threes to get him to keep him from 50 on.
And the percentages bear it out. He was the best defender on Steph by a country mile.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Look at the numbers.
And then the Kings offensively, they played 5 on 2.5 for a lot of the series. Herter was terrible. So they didn't even look at Sabonis from 15 feet out. Harrison Barnes, don't even get me started. Keegan Murray until game, I want to say 4, looked like a rookie in his first playoff series, but after game 4, he was solid. They just never got him the ball enough on the dribble handoffs that they usually did.
Right.
Now, Monk was very good. They found the small ball out with Trey Lyles at 5. They didn't go to it nearly enough in Game 7 for whatever reason.
If Trey Lyles is a free agent, Sacramento needs to do everything they can to re-sign him.
He was serviceable is not even a word. He was doing a heck of a job, bro.
And a lot of times he's playing better than Sabonis.
Sabonis got punked.
I just let him play better than Sabonis a lot of times.
I just think it's a bad matchup to ask Sabonis to just do everything by himself against those two guys.
Yeah, that took away a lot of offense because him at the elbows and him being able to play make was a lot of what they did, and they turned him into Ben Simmons. It was dark.
But they can retain Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is not going to get a big contract.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes is off the books anyway, so they got pretty much free up.
Yeah, don't re-sign Harrison Barnes.
Hey, shouts out to Harrison Barnes.
That's the tough part though, because Harrison Barnes was he was semi decent for them.
He was,
and he's like their big wing.
Yeah, but you can upgrade off of Harrison Barnes at the same time.
Right.
And there's some guys that if they can afford it, I look at for them, like someone like Kyle Kuzma will be a really good fit on the team. I think.
Like a younger version.
Can they afford it though? Because
that's the thing, can they? But then again, what Kuzma say, like he ain't worried about the money. He just wants to go somewhere he can win. But again, you gotta pay up a little bit here. So
they got like 2 max contracts there. De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
Yeah, Fox is making what, 20 some odd for $30 million a year.
Yeah, your priorities are to re-sign both Trey Lyles and Malik Monk. Especially,
Monk, you gotta sign.
Oh, Monk is a big time for them.
You know what? I think he's gonna stay longer. I think he's gonna get like a 3-year deal worth like 50-something, 60-something million dollars, something like that to stay.
Mm-hmm.
They still have the mid-level exception, so they can use that if they so choose to.
Right, and just kind of recap this season for him. I mean, nobody saw this coming. Literally nobody saw this coming from them. So to see Mike Brown coach this team the way he did, by far deserved to win Coach of the Year.
It was a heck of a year for them.
Fantastic year.
Oh my
By far
god!
the Coach of the Year. I mean, it was unanimous. And Sacramento ain't going nowhere. This team is not going anywhere.
Yeah, they ain't, man.
Are here to stay. That is one thing they proved. They're here to stay, and them young guys, they get to running.
They're dangerous. They're very much a team where you can look at them. There is a legitimate path for them to make a more of a leap. It's just figuring out some of the parts of the roster. Like, do you need another guy next to Sabonis for rebounding purposes? Probably. So you probably should look at doing that. Try to upgrade from Barnes if you can. Resign some of your better bench guys, and they should be okay.
I'm gonna get controversial, even though it ain't much of a controversy.
Oh god.
Because it's gonna kind of lead into our next subject.
Okay.
The Sacramento Kings are ahead of the Memphis Grizzlies right now. I said it.
Not
Why
even
you-
true.
Why you acting like you saying something groundbreaking though? I don't even think it's that true either.
It's not true.
That's it.
It's not even. It's not even. No.
Nah, bro, because you got to think about Memphis being injured, bro.
That's true, and I did think about that. Now, Memphis did. Y'all want to go ahead and get into that right now?
Yeah.
Because they made the right decision. And Shams, you ain't had to go full on ether on Dylan Brooks either with that.
By the way, if you actually look at how that was read, Dylan Brooks can't put that out.
It was badly worded. It was a mutual. Both of them wanted to leave. Brooks wanted a bigger role somewhere else, and then
Which is why.
I guess he's going to the Hornets.
Yeah, your bigger role is going to be going to the Charlotte Hornets.
He's going to the Hornets.
If you don't get on with the Charlotte Hornets, get ready to learn Chinese.
I think
Nobody
it was
else-
the Houston Rockets.
Welcome to the Pistons.
The last thing the Houston Rockets need is for him to be on their team.
It's so bad because Dylan Brooks, he legitimately does have an actual role on the basketball team, but he is a very good defender. It's just his shooting is just not efficient.
Like
They
I
should-
think like
What?
the Rockets like looking for like some edge in there, right?
Veteran.
Brooks will bring edge.
Like he's a guy that if you're trying to if you're on the up and up, you bring him on, and then when you're actually trying to win, you move on. You move on.
Right. And I'm just thinking about that tweet from Sam. Like, damn, you went ether on it. Like, did you have to do that? But,
It's what the source said, so you put it out there.
So yeah, but they made the right decision, and it is the right decision not to bring him back. Because I said I thought that was the first thing they need to do, just basically let him go. They need to get some veterans in there. Marcus hit the nail on the head by saying they need to get some shooting in there, because they do.
Yeah, that was the other big injury that hurt them. Luke Kennard going down late was big.
Yeah.
That killed him. Because now you literally have no spaces whatsoever.
I think, honestly, if this offseason does not go as planned for a guy that I want to come back in Boston, Grant Williams, I think that would be a guy that they should look at as far as spacing, extra rebounding, leadership, kind of like some experience on a younger team. I think he'd be a good addition for them.
A quiet, calming presence could help him a lot. And
Yeah.
excuse me, some elements of John Morant's game also need to get better
He needs to develop a mid-range
and get better on defense.
and get better on defense.
Yeah, I think the defense is more so of a concern.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say because he was kind of a traffic call at there at times. 'Cause
Right.
there were a lot of pick and rolls where the answer also went right by him, and I know you want to throw things in the Jackson as a rim protector, but like you can't make it easy to the point where it's like, here you go right to the rim. Give him some
It was
resistance.
too easy.
And if Austin Reeves is hunting you out effectively on the pick and roll,
That's sick.
that's sad.
Sick.
That is
It's
sad.
dark. It is dark, brother.
It does happen.
But no, again, like Memphis, they're gonna be okay. Just tweak this damn roster out. Get some internal development because Jackson's offensive game developing the way it has was very encouraging. Defense player of the year stuff notwithstanding, that was encouraging. Jock can stand developing a little more. So could Bane. Zaire Williams has developed fast because the big situation. It's not great because the injuries. Because Brandon Clark with an Achilles is not encouraging at all.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I thought Zaire Williams I thought he left Stanford a year too early. I mean, I know he got drafted. I know he was a 5-star coming out of high school. He did pretty well at Stanford, but I thought he left too early. But you know what?
He even played well last year for Memphis. Then he just
He
stalled
did.
out.
He did, and that's what I love about his story because he went too early, but he's developing really nicely for them. And another guy I honestly think needs to play a little more for them next year, Kenneth Lofton Jr. I think he honestly needs to play more for them.
I don't know about that.
I'm not saying like a major role, but get him some minutes here and there out there.
Build
They're
depth.
way-
Who's
They're
the other
way
guy?
too many.
The other power forward. I think he has a big future for them.
Adama?
What is it?
It's not. Whose number is it? Number 7?
I gotta make sure I get him right because. Hold on.
I don't
Xavier
know.
Tillman. Xavier
Oh,
Tillman.
Xavier
Tillman, yeah.
Old young man.
I love what David Tillman did for them. They
Tillman's a nice
I like his
player.
game. I like his game quite a bit.
yeah, I think he has a huge role for them.
He
Yeah.
can carve out 10 minutes and give you some good post offense here and there and some toughness.
For sure.
And for the Lakers, I mean, let's just be real. Anthony Davis dominated the series.
Yeah,
26 points. I mean, he dominated them.
he's a superstar.
It didn't matter what he was doing offensively game to game. His defense never tailed off at any point.
Oh,
That was the big
hold
thing.
on. I will say it didn't matter in them 2 games they lost.
I mean, they played them at home and they just shot the lights out. There's nothing you can do about that.
No, one of those, Anthony Davis just flat out disappeared.
I'm saying defensively is his effort. That's what I'm saying. But offensively, sure, you could say that. But the second game, it was only a single point game, like a 2 or 3 point game or something like that. They
Memphis,
took him out. And then they shot the lights out the minute he was on the bench. There's not much you can do.
yeah, I mean, but
He did what he's supposed to do. He's a superstar. Superstars do what superstars are supposed to do. And that's it. I think essentially what I felt would happen going into the series and kind of what happened, man.
but they need
Experience.
to be more consistent though. That's his problem.
AD?
I'm actually,
Yeah, he's got to be more consistent.
that's true, but regardless though, I'm pretty proud of him and the Lakers. I think they've really shown out that they're the best defensive team in the playoffs currently.
Yes. Yes.
I'll give him
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. Not even a debate.
I want to be biased, but I ain't gonna do it.
I mean, they
The
just
only real weak spot maybe is D'Lo, but even he's not even like a minus for him anymore.
Mhm.
Right. And hey, I'm proud of what he did. He just did what he was supposed to do. Took over the series defensively, blocking any and everything that came towards the rim. So I'm looking at this series. He could be a problem for the Warriors, but I don't like the matchup for them because of the shooting. They have way more floor spacing than Memphis could even dream of. So if they get to hit those shots,
I mean, yeah, but I think for LA, it's going to be emphasized keep going inside. And then LeBron making plays, kicking it out to shooters. I think that'll open it up a little bit. And I think that's ultimately it's going to make it work if it does work. And then Dennis Schroeder is also a guy that can kind of keep the pace at a solid level. I like that for them. He doesn't speed up at all. So, like, I think that'll be a favorable matchup for the Lakers, even though the Warriors generational shooters. But they have bodies to throw at Klay Thompson. They have bodies to match up with certain guys.
And Poole's a complete minus out there for them, so that's a lot.
Correct.
I mean, the key has to be like whoever is going to be placed on Anthony Davis, not Anthony Davis, Steph Curry. Like they do a solid enough job of containing him
Which
and
I
not
think
doing the Boston thing and just letting
Schroeder
him.
can do it. I think Vanderbilt at times. You can put
Fight
him
over the
there.
screens, please.
In that case, sure,
I go-
because Jared Vanderbilt's not the best guy getting on the screens.
And Steph and Jordan got a guard this series. They got a guard.
Yeah, but I'd rather guard Derek Schroeder than De'Aaron Fox.
Look at Shooter right now, bro. Shooter's cooking, bro.
and so is Wiggins right now. Those are the 2 keys. Those are 2 X factors in the series. Dennis Schroeder for the Lakers, Andrew Wiggins for the Warriors.
Hell, I feel so weird calling LeBron an X factor, but he is the real X factor.
He is an X factor.
Because how much his offense is generated from actually getting to him and him not selling for shots is the big thing. And also playing someone like Wendy Gabriel because they refused to do it until like late in the series against Memphis because when they went small and didn't have him out there, they had no rebounding whatsoever. And his activity.
Gabriel getting an extra rebound. I love that for them.
See, right there.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I don't like Wendell Gabriel. He seems like the type of guys that like really should not be in the playoff rotation.
Oh my god. Darnell approach.
It's very matchup dependent. I'll say that much. It's very matchup dependent.
We're just going ether on everybody. Huh?
But nah.
But
Roll up, man.
so recapping those series. Man. Let's go ahead and put to bed the season for also. Let's just go. Y'all want to go ahead and put the season to bed for the Phoenix Suns because right now, what the Denver Nuggets are doing, just on two things. Number one, clearly one team has depth and the other one doesn't.
I'll know in game 3.
But number two, as great as these players are, if KD and Devin Booker playing 40-plus minutes every game,
And they have to.
which is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a huge problem. And for Denver, like game 1, it was Jamal Murray and Bruce Brown. They were the key players. Game 2, Jamal Murray is having a disaster of a game. Although he had a couple of big shots late in that game. But for the most part, had a disaster of a game. Nikola Jokic and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
What is Draymond doing playing football down there? What is he doing?
What is Draymond? What do you expect?
Y'all want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I know Draymond Green didn't just play basketball at Michigan State.
Oh, he had to play
He
football.
did do a
Yeah,
spring
he
game
did. He
thing.
did. He
Play
did.
tight end. He did play football.
It's obvious. Look at how this guy plays. He's playing like he's freaking blocking somebody on the outside.
Hey man, look. Sometimes you got to block some. Hey, he was a tight end though.
But back to the game. Back to the series. Okay.
But- Denver just goes to show you they have so many guys that can get the job done.
My thing is several-fold for the Suns. So you have this issue where you have no real depth outside of your two best players, and they have to have high usage rates.
Right.
Their shot profile is bad. Their offense is literally KD and Book take turns shooting mid-range jumpers over and over and over and over again. They don't attempt very many threes. They don't get to the rim, and you're not getting very many free throw attempts because of that. So you're eliminating 2 levels of offense right there. You make yourself easier to guard, and then your role players are basically just NPCs out there. They're not giving you a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. You know, I think Denver's the better team, but I cannot count out KD. But even though I know it's 40 minutes per person, I will wait till game 3. I'll wait till game 3.
I'll wait April because they can't play any bad as they did on the road. But you look at Denver, Jokic is the guy. Murray can be the second guy. Even in the game where he didn't have it, the second game, KCP hit shots. Aaron Gordon got a lot of offense. Christian Brown played very good defense off the bench. Bruce Brown too. Jeff Green, they found something with him and Bruce Brown playing together when Jokic leaves the floor. Because their plus minus with Jokic on the court and off the court is night and day. On the court, they're the best team in the league. Off the court, they're the worst. But then they started finding something. They started playing Bruce Brown and Jeff Green together. That's small ball with a lot of cutting,
A lot of
shooting,
cutting movement, yes.
and they can play good enough defense when they have to. And Aaron Gordon is a big part of this, especially with having to guard KD because he's a taller guy. He's an athletic guy. He's also big. He's taking guys in the paint. And he's not a guy you can just leave open on offense. He's a 16 a game scorer with like 56% shooting clip. So you have to kind of guard him. And it's making KD spend a lot of energy out there.
Yeah, and one thing that I know that if you force KD to guard all game, he will wear down at some point. He will.
Especially having to play 40 plus minutes a night because they have no real backup for him. not looking good.
Yeah, and I think we lost Darnell. Right now.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
But, the reason why I asked if y'all want to go ahead and plan a funeral for Phoenix, Chris Paul is going to be out at least a week with a groin injury.
Eesh. I didn't realize
Say
that.
good night.
So not only does that take a hit on your starting lineup, take a hit on your depth too, because now campaign's got to come out there and play.
Okay.
Oh, that's dark.
Never mind. RIP, bro. Never mind.
Turn the lights.
Never mind.
Turn out the lights, man. Because campaign.
Let's go ahead.
I'm about to put on the shades next show, bro. I'm putting on the shades.
Hey, man, it ain't 2021 no more campaign. The insanity
Yeah.
is over, bro.
I'm not saying I ain't saying they're gonna get swept. I don't know about that.
Gentlemen, though. Gentlemen.
It'll be a 5-game series. Okay, because Katie and Book by themselves will win a game at home.
You can't have all the luck, man, because the Suns. To be quite honest, that series against the Clippers, if Kawhi didn't get hurt, man,
And if Paul George actually played,
you know what I'm saying? It catches up.
and they get out of that series.
Those games were dogfights. They didn't
They were
just sweep through them or go through them in 5 easy. It was a dogfight.
In
Yeah.
one of the games, they had like a 20-point lead, and then the Clippers stormed back and nearly won the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, Norman Powell had 42 points in that game, if I remember correctly.
Legacy
Russell-
game.
Russell played very well in that series, actually. Russ played very good,
That was the best playoff series in years.
honestly. It's like,
So-
I don't really understand when people just penciled in Phoenix. Like, these guys played barely 20 games with each other. They have no depth behind each other. They can't just go out there and roll the balls out. Like, this has been seen throughout the last several years. The teams are trying to roll the balls out and just hope things happen. They have no depth. They have no process. This is not going to work. And this is not working with Phoenix right now.
Yeah, that's how I felt kind of when that trade happened. How everybody's talking about like them being the favorites. I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. Like, I think that's a little bit excessive. Kind of like how that Harden, Kyrie, and KD was a different beast, but still at the same time, like it's kind of hard to put all the pieces together on the go like that.
And they had, ironically, on that team as support, Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown, yes.
I mean, he was a good player for them. He was a good piece. He's a good rebounding guard. He cuts very well. He plays his ass off every single night.
He's a corner sniper. So
Really.
yeah,
And I don't really understand why people just wrote Denver off. I don't.
because they don't have a big time wing. That's what everybody's like. Oh, they don't have an elite wing. Well, you got Joker and you got a heck of a supporting cast. They're going to make noise.
But I'm gonna say this: Michael Porter Jr. is developing well. It's just about
It's just
being more
consistency.
consistent with his shot. Yeah, being more consistent with his shot. Once that really starts kicking in, they got themselves a big three with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr.
I think it's mental.
Yeah.
It is because he's flashed why he was the number one overall recruit in the country coming out of high school, and why he was projected to be the top pick in the draft. And he just luckily fell to number 13 to Denver. And it's the perfect place. It's been the perfect place for him. He's developed really well from that back injury. And now we're starting to see more and more flashes of what we thought he could be.
Right, for sure.
Like,
For sure.
6'10", has a smooth shot. Can, in theory, guard a little bit out there because of his length. Like, and they're not asking him to be the guy. They're out here.
He's back.
And he's not. There he is. Oh, damn it.
Oh, what's
There you go.
My iPad died. Hold on.
Oh, it happens, bro.
Nah, we just talking about the Denver series and stuff. Well, you got any thoughts on it?
I'm sorry. What we left off on?
I'm on the
Denver.
Denver series.
Denver series?
Oh, Denver series. Christian Braun, man. Yeah,
That's what we're talking about.
pretty good,
Yeah.
Hey, man. He had the highest plus minus. The Nuggets last game, and there was only one person who had a negative plus minus in the entire rotation. It wasn't him.
Hey, it makes sense why they let go of what's his name?
Austin Rivers.
No, the other guy.
Oh, you're talking about Valentine? Yeah.
Or about like that roster flipping from having to play guys like Campazzo, Austin Rivers, Will Barton to playing Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, KCP, Jamal Murray's back healthy. That's night and day for their athleticism, their defense
Yeah.
off the bench,
It is.
shooting all around Jokic and Murray. Like that is a completely different ball club for the last couple of seasons they've been.
Jermichael Green trying to have a masterclass.
I don't know he's in the rotation.
Jermichael Green, Roll Tide.
Oh my god.
I didn't know Jamal Green was in the rotation still.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Well, Steve Kerr. He just Steve Kerr.
Right. No. Yeah, we're basically planning a funeral for the Phoenix Suns. So
Yeah.
which one of us is gonna deliver the eulogy is what I want to know.
That's all on you, baby.
So I'm delivering the eulogy, and y'all gonna be the pallbearers.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry him out, but put him down.
We're gonna be the Nigerian pallbearers. That's what we gonna do.
Might send the ashes out. Might send the ashes out to the sea.
Ashes, dust to dust.
And Chris Paul's growing.
Yeah. That is a massive injury for the Phoenix Suns. That's one thing we're talking about. Chris Paul being out for a week, being reevaluated in a week due to that groin injury. That's just a massive hit for them. They already didn't have any depth, and now Campaign's got to be in your starting lineup.
So real quick, because this has been a recurring thing for Chris Paul over the last few years and into the playoffs. So if you were the Suns, you got CP3, Book, KD going for it. Do you do anything with CP3?
Yes.
Yes.
I have
I
to.
think you have to, especially if you have Book and KD.
I mean, I think they were actively like looking for replacements because of last year, the way how it ended. But there's not really anything on the market last year. But this year,
Does
You
anyone
might
want to take
have
that contract on?
Yeah.
Because his 38 and LeBron's 38 clearly,
No.
and he wore down. And he wore down the longest the playoffs went last year.
Yeah.
And he wore down the finals. And it had to be guarded by Drew Holiday. So
Oh my
what do
god.
you do?
Yes.
and CP3 can't shoot.
Mm-mm.
And his
Can't shoot
offense
anymore.
next to KD and Book is redundant as hell. Like they have to get some variety going with their shot selection and their shot profile. And on top of that, Aiden is not going to give you a damn thing. At least not what you want him to give.
And he's a big man that should be averaging 18 and 10. 18 and 10 consistently. He's just not doing it.
Like he should be averaging 18 and 10, but sometimes with the way he plays, you're looking to get 14 and 8.
I think he's generally like selling them. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
It's a weird thing with him, bro. Which is why that's another reason why I didn't trust everybody and their thoughts on Ayton. Like, of course, he's one of the most talented bigs in the game, but it's like the consistency, it's not there. So, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
You know what's
Right.
funny? Terrence Ross completely no-show in the playoffs.
And he's a dynamic scorer. Like, how do you?
Is he even in rotation at all?
No,
I don't think he is.
Yikes.
and they fought
Where's he
together.
at?
They fought together.
They
Now-
fought to get him, and he is just buried in Detroit. Him and TJ Warren both, they're just buried there. You
Right.
might as well play him outside of Ish Wainwright. Like, what else are you gonna get? You're playing an NPC at center. Like what can you do?
Right. Now, Jerry,
Mm-hmm.
come to the stage.
Are we talking about the Hawks series first, or are we going to talk about? Okay.
But we can talk about because it blends because the way they play since game 2 of the series blends into what happened here.
We can kind of go into the whole Hawks series and into what we saw yesterday. I can kind of go on. So, my conclusion, I think maybe about 2 or 3 months ago, we were talking about like the Celtics being like the favorites, regardless of how good the Bucks are playing. But I said I like the Celtics to win it, but the defense is not great all the time. It's taking a step back, a significant step back. And what concerns me is we're still playing drop coverage on dynamic guards. And that's painful to watch. And we don't play Grant Williams a lot. And you're relying on Al Horford to stop guys like Trae Young and James Harden. And the deeper you go in the playoffs, you can't play drop against Jimmy Butler either. I mean, he's gonna take the mid range. You know, you can't play drop against Jalen Brunson. You can't play drop against really any guards left in the playoffs. So our defense is lacking, and I think the seriousness and the intensity needed to win a championship is also missing at times. And you have to be on all the time. You have to be locked in. And I think at times the rotations are bad. You know, you may have Marcus Smart in when he shouldn't be in. You may have Malcolm Brogdon in when he's cold, or Derek White out when he's hot. So all that stuff that I see, bro, is just kind of discouraging to me. Hopefully we can figure it out, but I'm not too sure, man. I think we still have the most talented team left in the playoffs, but a lot of work needs to be done coaching-wise, and Jaylen Brown can afford to take 3 shots in a whole half. That's
And Jason Tatum can afford to hit only 1 shot early in the fourth quarter, and that'd be it.
bro.
I don't get it. Like,
I'm
how
giving
are
the
they-
Celtics to God, bro.
How are they this sloppy though, bro? Like,
Is Joe Mazzulla like? Is he more like Brad Stevens than
Yes.
Ime Udoka?
Oh, certainly. He lets
Hey,
things
man.
happen. He won't stop it. He won't go cuss him out. He's like,
I don't want to say it because of circumstances, but Ime Udoka was honestly the perfect coach for this team.
He was. He was. He absolutely was. And me and my dad were talking about it actually. Like, he has that Brad Stevens tendency to kind of let things happen, not be able to control the attitude at times, and nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, we don't beat the Heat last year if we don't have Ime Udoka. Not at
I
all.
don't understand why they're this sloppy at the worst times. It's not like, okay, there's a team trying to figure it out as they go, and you know they'll be back. No, they've been playing high stakes basketball since they were freaking rookies. They know
Yes.
the game by now.
Yo,
Is
We-
anybody on their roster a champion?
No.
no.
Like they've been to a finals. They played in the 2 conference finals before last year. They've been playing high stakes basketball for 5 years with this core. Like, how do they not know how the game goes?
And I'm telling you, man.
We have an update in this Warriors game. Apparently, there are IG models out there because Jordan Poole is cooking
Oh my God.
That was not
Oh, I just-
right now.
Jordan Poole's cooking dog food right now. Let's please tell you.
Come
Yeah,
back.
that's my take on Boston, bro. I think we could either win the championship or get put out in this round. Like they're I don't know.
That defense's game too in the Hawks series, man. It's been leaky.
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, y'all. I would be very concerned, right? Not overly concerned. I'd be a little bit concerned.
I've been concerned since we lost to the Thunder
Well,
by 50 or however, man. Like, whoa. I mean,
what's crazy,
losing to
we just wanted to show why that was going on.
yeah, that was
That was bad, but
It's just they can't have these lapses. They can't have these stupid turnovers. They can't double a guy at the point and leave a guy wide open for three who's hot. They can't have 2 guys guard the pick the roll man or dribble handoff. They can't have these stupid turnovers at the end of the game, giving them 2 free points. Like, they can't do this.
They can't have Al Horford on an island with James Harden, who's been cooking the whole entire game.
I'm worried about Horford right now because the shot ain't falling as much as it was in the season. He's getting up there, and they've been hunting him on defense since
My
game
solution.
2.
My solution,
Grant Williams is not playing for whatever reason.
bro. If you go back and look at when the Celtics were playing their best basketball, it was small ball. It was small ball, bro. It just was.
Oh, I'd say one thing. There's one person other than Horford I am extremely concerned about that it's not. It's kind of an anchor, and it's holding y'all down right now.
Who, Derek White?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been playing like trash. First of all, he got cooked by Trae Young. Second of all, Tyrese Maxey had that man in a torture chamber last night. And I'm like, what is going on? Like I don't know if it was Shaq's comments about his hairline that really altered his game. I don't know what it was.
I'm gonna keep it a basketball. His point of attack defense hasn't been great. His rotations have been off. I don't understand what's going on with him.
And they need him. They need him because in the regular season, he was the 3rd best player.
Yeah.
He was a secondary ball handler off the bench with Brogdon. He had a good defense, he had toughness, but it's just not been good for him since these playoffs.
And if that's the case, we have a guy who proved that he can hoop on the bench. I will die for this man, Peyton Pritchard. I will fight for Peyton Pritchard, bro. I will fight for this man.
For a player now, I don't know about that.
Dying for a white man is crazy, Jerry.
Oh, you're right. Not literally, but seriously, like if you look back at the playoffs last year, bro, Peyton Pritchard came in and hooped against Miami. Grant Williams came in and hooped against Miami. Those guys are holding us down, bro. And for Joe Mazzulla to be out here chewing gum like 10,000 miles per hour, not changing crap, it's pissing me off, bro. I'm getting real mad at this man.
Really, my boy Grant Williams should be playing, man. There's no reason why he can't.
If Eric Spoelstra had Grant Williams, bro, I'm telling you. If the Heat had Grant Williams, he would be a freaking.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't.
Darnell, if you know, you know.
Him and Jimmy Butler would freaking be killing people because this is mentality. He has the perfect mentality for the Heat, bro. All jokes aside, like no cap.
How you know we ain't got our eyeballs on them already?
If y'all take him, y'all deserve him because we're not treating him right, bro. Like straight up.
But this is the other reason why you should be concerned, Jerry. It's a obvious MVP reason.
Who, Embiid?
The most valuable player in the NBA. Congratulations, Joel Embiid. Well deserved. If you saw the reaction video from him, I get it. I would be in tears too about him.
Oh, he was
That's
crying.
3 years in the making.
3 years of being the last 2 years being the second player
Wow.
for him to finally win it this year. Congratulations, it's well deserved and just well deserved, man. Congrats. I mean, salute to you, bro. But that's why you should be concerned. He did not play tonight, and I can only imagine that what you basically did for them. Y'all basically by losing home court advantage. He's not playing game 2. He's just not. So they can afford to rest him for another game. If it's 1-1 going back to Philly and he comes out and he plays and he balls, you're looking at a very real possibility of going back to Boston down 3-1. Which is not something we would have said when this started.
I know what's going to happen. We're going to take the next 2 games. We're going to drop one, then probably go down 3-2, and then win the next 2 games. That is literally the most Celtics case scenario possible.
It will be lapses where they do something stupid, which is what happened in game 1.
We're going to be up by 10 in game 4 and lose.
But let's talk about the reason why Philly won game 1.
James Harden turned back the clock.
Turned it all the way
He
back.
went this.
Like, he went 2014, 2015 James Harden on him.
Yo, James Harden hasn't done that in a long time, man.
Yo, he went crazy.
His shot profile was like a complete thing, like the way he was before 2017. Mid-range jumpers here.
James Harden. And I know Darnell was smiling watching that game.
I damn sure was.
My personal opinion, if you look at James Harden's career, bro, this man plays his best basketball when he has just a whole bunch of shooters that may be unathletic. As long as he has shooters around him on the perimeter, that nigga is cooking.
And you have backcourt support in like a guy like Maxey. He played well. D'Anthony Melton gave him big points off the bench.
Oh my God.
Paul Reed actually didn't play too bad, even though it was a layup guy. But
I bet you Memphis was missing him.
I was going to say, they missed D'Anthony Melton bad. They traded him for nothing, too. I don't get why they made that move.
They traded him for cap space, man.
Wait, oh my God. The Lakers are 14 from 15 from the free throw line, and the Warriors have shot 0 free throws. What is this game?
One team shoots jump shots, one team doesn't.
That kind of sounds right, though.
Crazy. That's what's crazy. The Lakers are up by 1 right now, and that's literally a stat line right now.
But I want to get into the Miami Heat though. I want to get into the Miami Heat. First of all, I want to congratulate the Miami Heat I want to congratulate Jimmy Butler for doing what he did to Milwaukee. I mean, that was just. And then Bam Adebayo. In the last episode, I said specifically, Bam, I need 20 and 10. He came back and gave me 20 and 10 to close out the series.
He gave you what you wanted.
Salute.
Jerry, doing one better. He gave you a triple-double.
Give me a triple double. So congratulations to Miami. Now in this series here, I think this series is Miami's for the take.
It's winnable for either team. It's a 5 and 8. There's not much difference between them. It's who generates the better shots, and I trust they're supposed to do that for the most part.
I trust both.
That's more or less what happened in the first game. They just generated better offense, and the Heat and like the Knicks, they were hitting threes in the first half, but a lot of it was good process, dribble handoffs, penetration, and some good rebounding. And in the second half, they just got stagnant and just tried to hit shots late at the clock, and they just said Obi Toppin beat us. Obi Toppin didn't beat them.
That's the
Game
worst case
two.
scenario, bro.
And then in game 2, the second half rolls around. The second quarter rolls around. Sorry, the same thing starts to happen. Like RJ Barrett's hot at the start out. Second quarter happened. The Heat starts playing more zone, like 3-2, 2-2-1s, 2-3s, and they just didn't move the ball well enough, and they just hit
You
shots.
playing
in the
Klay
clock.
Thompson with LeBron?
I think they did. It was just that more so on the offensive end, they weren't able to generate any penetration because if you literally they weren't able like nobody was able to get anything, and I think Bam really needs to have a real conversation about like, does he want to be a rim roller? Like
And should he?
it doesn't make sense why he has less shots compared to Gabe Vincent, who took 17 shots that game, and he had 13. That's insane.
Plus, him and Mitchell Robinson minutes are the big thing because Bam, he's not going to hit as many shots as you'd like him to, but just him taking Mitchell Robinson out of the paint and they'll get some dribble handoffs going and him being behind, that helps their offense a little bit more. Plus, them getting shoes open. Like Vincent play well. You need Duncan Robinson, his gravity, even though he's not hitting at the moment. He's dangerous. Kevin Love, too, on some elevators. Like, just they're generating very good process and they're generating very good looks for them. For the Knicks, it's a slog because if he just stop the ball and stop guys from getting into the paint and getting 2 feet in, their offense gets a lot harder, especially Brunson.
Yeah,
That is true.
me
That,
per-
especially that play where it's Jalen Brunson, and he's on top of the key and he gets a switch with what's his name
Oh, that's disgusting.
with Josh Hart, and then they get a guard right off of the hip and he's able to get penetrate to the rim. They love that. Like that's
It's
their
a
number one play
bread and
to
butter.
get right into the paint.
And then also RJ Barrett, how big is he going to play away from home? Because the second half of game 1, he more or less took the gun and pointed it in the wrong direction. Like it was a bad second half. Now he played much better this game overall, like from start to finish. Like it's the matchups for him getting a bigger guy like him on someone like Vincent, guys like Highsmith, guys like that. He can get penetration and generate looks for himself and for others. It's just will he make the right decisions when he has to pass out of the double team here, or he tries to recklessly just drive into the paint on a couple plays there. Like it's just will he do the mental plays with him? It's always the mental stuff.
Like I think a perfect possession is like literally like it was like in the third quarter and it was a perfect play. You just pass it to Julius Randle. Julius Randle gets an easy bucket. He had Gabe Vincent on him. And RJ Barrett throws the ball out of bounds. Can't even throw a simple
It wasn't even close either. That was a terrible entry pass.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll just do.
The announcer was like, "Oh yeah, that was bad."
Yeah, I get to. But like he'll just do dumb things every other game where it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, he has those lapses, bro.
Talent's there though, but he just has to get smarter and more patient.
yeah, I was highly disappointed in tonight's result because I felt like it was
LeBron.
and we could have won. You know, they things they did late in the game, and, you know, delivered by Scott Foster. I think the ball grazed the rim. I don't know how y'all ain't see and hear that. I mean, the ball clearly changed trajectory. So, but all in all, they did what they wanted to do. They got in there. They got the split. So they were able to afford to rest Jimmy Butler tonight. He didn't even play tonight. So he's gonna probably more than likely be back for game 3. And that's the thing. They don't play again until Saturday.
Playing time for rest for him. A guy like Max Struess who got hurt in this game.
Yeah, plenty of time for them to get rest. I think down in Miami, game 3, what I'm going to be looking for early is how aggressive is Bam Adebayo going to be?
You
Are
gotta
they
be
going
aggressive.
to run plays to get him going early? Because I feel like that's what they need to do. Make him an offensive threat. Get him the ball early so he gets easy looks. Bring more pressure on the defense on him. You kick the ball out to the shooters and just open up this offense where Jimmy can just operate and do what he does.
Yeah.
If they're able to do that, then I don't see the Knicks winning games 3 and 4 down in the game. I don't see it anyway.
I think
especially with Miami shooting so well, like if you're shooting so well from the perimeter, like you should be able to get your big some easy buckets on down low, but we're not even seeing any plays being run, nothing at all. Every progress that we made in the regular season is just out of the window, and he's just playing like he's Steven Adams out there, man.
Yeah, Steven Adams with that can pass.
Steven.
But no, like Julius Randle coming back did help the Knicks a little because he can slow the game down a little bit, and the matchups on him aren't as difficult as say Evan Mobley or Jared Allen is in the Knicks series because just the lack of size on the Heat. And he played very well today. He had a very good game.
But I felt like with the problem is that he be taking the worst shots though. Like
His shot
that's the thing with him. I don't like his shot profile. Like, who does he want to be versus what he actually is always a battle with Julius Randle.
No, he wants to be LeBron, bro. He's always wanted to be LeBron. He wants to be lefty LeBron. It's sick,
like, bro. You are Zach Randolph with a little bit of athleticism. Think about it. Be that.
Because like especially in the first half where Jalen Brunson didn't get going, like they should have been up by like 10, but it was it was like Heat were up by 5, just for the simple fact that this man was taking contested fadeaways off of Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry. Like
it's like back if you're gonna like shoot the ball, back them down and get in the paint. And drive the kick and get guys like Barry open on top of the key, get Brunson open on the cut, something like that. If you're gonna get 2 feet in the paint with those guys.
Yeah.
Like
don't attack the rim. Like and then you got a guy like Mitchell you can lob it to if you want to attack the rim. Like it's just I don't know.
That's what they did in the last I think it was 7 minutes of the game where like Tom Thibodeau called a timeout and told them the emphasis is to go ahead and attack the paint more. Right in there, get some more paint penetrations.
That's their best shots. That's been their best possessions if they're trying 3-pointers instead of just dribbling it out 5 seconds and dribbling the air out the ball and just bring up the contested shot. Get penetration, get 2 feet in, and try to score over a small defender, or get 2 feet in and kick it out, move the ball around the perimeter, and get guys open in rhythm instead of just trying to jack shots up. And they did that, and then guys like Isaiah Hartenstein played fantastic in the second half, getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound, and getting them extra possessions because they're a lunch pail basketball team. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be ugly as shit a lot of the times. But if they rebound, if they have good activity from guys like Robinson, Randall doesn't play like an idiot, or RJ Barrett doesn't play like an idiot, and Brunson gets penetration, and they open the lane up for him and let him kick it out to guys like Hart. Quickly starts getting going a little bit. And maybe Taco gives them activity off the bench and doesn't like try to shoot jump shots all the time. They have a pathway to win.
Yeah, life could be easier. I mean, if they made it easier, but they make it hard.
Hey, that's Tim's basketball, man. This is what it is.
They survived a game where both of their big men had +3 fouls. Mitchell Robinson with 4, Isaiah Hartenstein with 5.
Well, yeah, is RJ Barrett going to play well in Miami? Well, that's to be seen.
I don't know.
I don't see him playing star basketball.
I don't think so.
Too many distractions for him in Miami.
He plays in New York City, AB. I think he knows what distractions look like.
No. Distractions are different down in South Florida.
He's the only one in the starting lineup that has a negative plus minus.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's true.
And that had Mitchell Robinson, who had 4 fouls. So like,
RJ Barrett is
-5.
one of the most confusing players in the NBA.
He's
Easily.
he's talented, but like there's just some things about him that just make you go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Right. And with that, we're going to pivot over to the NFL. We had the draft this past weekend. And
Mhm.
let's just go ahead and get started. Before we get into our teams and how we think our teams did, were there any surprises from any of y'all that y'all saw? From the
Will
draft?
Levis falling like that. That was funny, bro. He had his baddie on TV and everything looking crazy, bro.
Man,
Like,
that was his draft, but that was her karma. You know how it goes.
You sure they still?
yo,
I said that
that
was her karma. She ran a 4.3.
that and the Eagles completely turned into the Philadelphia Bulldogs. I wasn't expecting that either.
I'm gonna say this right now about that. That might not work every time.
You're a hater, bro. Oh my
He's a
god.
big he's a
Hater. It's
Hey,
I'm just saying, just because it worked in college, it won't work in pro level. You playing these pros now.
bro.
Well, that's
it's-
the draft. No shit.
Just
That's how it works.
Those are all pros, though.
But Howie Roseman, as of right now, we're taking your University of Florida degree until you start drafting Florida players. Because
What the fuck you want in the draft, Trey?
Job, Brenton Cox.
Right? So you want to draft 4.740 running safeties?
no, I'm not saying draft them.
Well, let's go draft. We suck.
I'm just saying in general, you got too many Georgia guys on your roster. Hey, calling some favors that degree took from you.
Because they're good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you not?
I'm
Would you not
sure.
draft Jalen Carter? Would you not draft Nolan Smith? Would you not draft him and go late if he falls all the way down there? You don't have to play him that much. You don't have to pay him much at all. Why not?
AB's hating, bro. He's hating his heart out.
No, but they are turning to the Bulldogs. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And they're all guys that in position of need
DeAndre
because of free agency too.
Yeah, and they traded for DeAndre Swift, another former Bulldog.
Hey, you need a running back out there.
that's true.
That was one of my surprises. The Detroit Lions taking Jahmyr Gibbs 12th overall.
Yo,
And they wanted to take him higher. That's the other part.
That was so unexpected. I was like, wait
I
a
didn't
minute.
see that. I didn't see that one.
But then once they made the pick, you pretty much knew it was a wrap for DeAndre Swift.
The actual surprise that they wanted them higher.
But see, Will Levis falling out of the first round wasn't a surprise.
That's not surprising.
The first round was the surprise. I was like,
I'm actually not surprised by that one bit actually.
really?
because-
I thought the hype was real, bro. I was
Like
like,
Twitter and like people who are just talking on this app like them a lot more than what GMs really did. Like it happens every single year. Happened with Malik Willis, it happened with Levis.
Yeah, but they were talking about all the Colts are looking at him at number 4.
right.
That was not anybody. That was somebody's agent.
Not true.
So it was just hoopla the whole time, man.
It was somebody's agent
is
trying to
tough.
bust the bag up. You know how that goes.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that report too. Yeah, his agent was gassing it up.
I hate to do this, but who on here said the Colts was enamored with Anthony Richardson?
I mean, we all knew it. It's not groundbreaking.
I think that's why I predicted he'd go
It was
to.
pretty obvious. So the Will Levis stuff coming out, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Because they're both tools. They're both toolsy guys. One guy's younger. One guy has much bigger and higher tools. No shit. You know what I mean?
Coach worked with Jalen Hurts last year, just for this past season. And look what he did with him. If he can do that with Jalen Hurts, imagine what he can do with Anthony Richardson once you coach him up.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of people hating on Anthony Richardson like that, bro.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Like I knew it was like the typical black QB shit, but like
it's
it's on a
different.
different level.
His
man.
dad plus typical QB who didn't start a lot of games in college, didn't have much production, but has tools out of the wazoo. So you don't. He's very much a projection. It very much depends on where he's going to go.
And he scored well on that test. Which
Well,
was,
this doesn't really matter much. Those tests, those results weren't even real.
What
they
is
were
it, like
shocked,
the war something?
yeah, weird.
Like the results that we got to show them to the public weren't even like the actual results that they tested.
And who seriously cares about them? And by the way, what they were trying to do to CJ Stroud, I have
Oh,
no.
that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Because y'all trying to talk about him in that test. Then y'all want to bring up the Manning Academy. This man ain't got to go to the Manning Academy if you don't want to.
Again, somebody's agent said a bunch of
Manning
bullshit. You know how that goes.
The Mannings ain't God.
No, it's a whole overthinking process for these quarterbacks every single year. So
Because this is how the draft works. It's billionaires hiring millionaires to help them win, and them hiring millionaires to draft these other former broke guys who become millionaires, but none of them know what the hell they're doing. So it's very much a
yeah,
guessing game.
yeah,
Right. And one thing that I love seeing, as we know, Bryce Young and CJ Stroud went 1-2. A lot of people found out now that those two were very close growing up.
hmm
And to see both of them go 1-2 in the draft, that was amazing to see for me.
yeah, man. I mean, it really was. You know,
Two good
salute
players
to
going
them.
1 and 2.
And also, the Pittsburgh Steelers keeping the family legacy going. I didn't think he'd fall that far.
Mhm.
I thought he fall, but I didn't think he go that far because the corner run.
Right. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers to take him, to take Joey Porter Jr., that was a special moment. And for me personally, for my Cowboys, Deuce Vaughn's dad making the call to draft him was one of the most special moments I've ever seen.
Amazing, man.
As it was. I forgot that he was actually a scout for us. So for him to make that call was special to watch.
Thought for a second he forgot he was a guy. That's just he calling his kid, you know?
Yo, like, yeah, he's
That's
excited.
I mean, you're excited. I mean, you can hear his voice where he's like, "You want to come to work with me next week?"
Yeah,
Like that was amazing to watch.
that's
But,
special. That's special.
yeah, that was a special moment. Any fathers out there, look, if you end up being scouts for teams and y'all get to draft your sons, that look at that point, forget that you're a scout, forget that you're a coach. You're a dad at that point. Like you're a dad, you're seriously a dad at that point. But it leads into our teams. How do you think your teams did? Who wants to start?
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead, bro. Salute.
I thought we did fine. Emphasis on how I'm saying the word fine.
Yeah,
Because the actual picks themselves weren't bad at all. They're actually very good players. I like Harrison a ton. Coming Oklahoma tackle, and he feels me because the Cam Robinson suspension and John Taylor going to the Chiefs. I mean, we need another guy. And he's going to slide in at right tackle from day one. That's what they said. Walker Wilson for left. Cool. Second round is where it gets weird. You draft Brendan Strange kind of out of Penn State. You watch him and it goes, okay, I see what they like. He's a big guy. He's athletic. He's fast. He didn't get a whole lot of production because he wasn't used as much. And we have a tight end need because we have like one tight end and a half. Because Ingram's on the franchise tag and we have nothing else behind him, so why not? And I trust Doug Pearson on the tight ends. Cool. Wasn't high on anybody else's board, but fine, whatever. I'll take it. Then you draft Ventrell Miller in like the fourth round, which how many linebackers I'm going to use? I love the Tank Bigsby pick before that because ETN as your backup running back as your starting running back, that's great, but we need a guy behind them because we had JaMycal Hasty as our backup. So, I'll take him, Darren Johnson, Tank Bigsby as a running back. Cool. Then Antonio Johnson at A&M falling to the fifth round. That was a very nice draft pick. This guy, he's a big physical safety. He can play the slot a little bit. He's good on tight ends. He was a good reason why A&M, as bad as they were, the best pass defense in the SEC. So I love that pick a lot. Yasir Abdullah at Louisville, not the biggest guy in the world, doesn't have the biggest measurables, but he's fast as hell and he's productive. And he had like 19 and a half sacks in the last 2 years in the ACC.
that's solid.
Rock solid. So and he can play some off-ball stuff. He can even cover a little bit. So I'll take that as a secondary pass rusher off the bench.
Yeah,
Then just it was a ho-hum draft. B plus. B.
I think as an outsider, man, I think y'all had a pretty good draft. Definitely addressing some areas of need in some area. Like y'all got a tight end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was a big fan of that move personally. I think getting Trevor some help there was pretty darn good. Ventrell Miller for y'all was a really, I think, solid pick. I know a lot of Gators haven't worked out in Jacksonville, but hopefully that one does. But pretty safe picks. As far as Miami, man, I love the fact that we got A-Chain. I think A-Chain makes us probably the fastest team in America.
Real quick, Jerry.
Yeah.
Are y'all trying to field the football team or the next Olympic 4x100 team?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I mean, what are we doing here?
We trying to dump.
Do you want to just send them to the next Olympics and have them go up against the Jamaicans at this point?
Hey, bro, them boys fast.
Hey, man, it's Miami. You need speed.
They might got a chance.
And something about A-Chain that people don't really notice, like his low center of gravity. Like this guy is incredibly balanced. I think he's gonna be a steal of the draft, bro. Like he is running back that can run between the tackles as well. Like he's not really light as far as like getting knocked around. I mean, he's shown that he can be a guy that can run through the tackles. Got an offensive tackle, which I love that getting Tua some more help, some protection. Cam Smith, I like his talent, but I was a little bit confused as to why we keep drafting corners every single
I want to
year.
catch him bad because you're gonna have a need because Xavier Howard's getting up there, and who's your other corner?
We got Kahoo, we got Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, we
Don't we have Eric Rowe still?
Yeah, Ramsey's gonna be more of a hybrid guy. You can never have enough good corners in a row.
Right.
That is true. That is
I
true.
mean, and Cam Smith's not terrible. Like he's actually
No, he's not terrible.
no,
He's,
he's really good.
Plus, you're playing the AFC East. You need guys that can defend the pass.
You
played Josh Allen twice.
You got a good point. You're right. You got a good point.
But darn it, I think you missed it. You might as well just send A-Chain, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and who's your other fast player?
We got.
Yes.
Then we still have Wilson.
Ostert.
Jeff Wilson.
You might as well send those four to the next Olympics because y'all clearly trying to field the 4x100 thing.
Listen, man. Listen, we got some speeders, but I'm gonna just hold it off for a little bit just in case free agency. If somebody comes in, nice draft guy, maybe somebody from the Vikings. You never know, but hey, that boy Devin. What is it, Devon Chain?
Yeah.
Darn
Dude,
it,
he's
I'm trying to get down for
special.
the last 3 years. When are y'all gonna realize that ain't happening?
This man go up and leave.
That brother is on every IG story, hanging out with Dolphin players. It's nothing.
Hey man.
It's sickening, bro. It's sickening.
Hey
It's
man.
nothing. He's coming, whether you like it or not.
Oh, also, AB, before you kind of get into what you were about to say, look at the AFC South. Look at the quarterback position. That's going to be the most exciting young division
The market.
in the game.
I'm legitimately excited over the next couple years to see the AFC South.
Bro, Trev, Bryce, AR.
Now Bryce in Carolina.
Oh, that's right. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of CJ, not
Yes,
Bryce.
CJ and AR, yeah. We got CJ.
It's Stroud and then
It's the fact,
Levis, right? Titan.
Yeah. But it's the fact this man got to deal with AR twice a year now.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't want to boo this man. I love AR so much. I don't want to boo him.
Hey, it's just gonna be the first year, man. First year, not gonna happen.
Man,
Yeah, I don't think it's
Hold
going
on, Darnell. He's got CJ on the other in Houston too, with Damian Pierce.
I ain't worried about that.
You might want to be worried about that.
All right.
Bro, oh my, that's ooh.
They gotta be worried about that
Jonathan
too.
Taylor and AR, bro. Who wants to defend that?
But Lord, hate to be y'all. I'm glad it ain't me. That's all I'm gonna say.
We don't even know how good AR is going to be. We don't know how they're going to develop him. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, he's going to be a superstar at the gate. I don't know. I think he'll be useful because they'll use his legs a lot more with Jonathan Taylor. I think he'll be useful in year one. And he should play and he should start because he's not going to get better if he doesn't.
That's
So,
true. That's
I
very
need them to
true.
play him.
Plan on using him. They're giving him the whole playbook now, letting him learn the whole playbook now. To get him ready to start. That's how they're using him.
I mean, everybody does that.
And I feel good with who he's working with because what Shane Steichen did with Jalen Hurts, him and Brian Johnson, what they both did with Jalen Hurts,
Mhm.
I think Steichen can do the same with Anthony Richardson and get him prepared and have him play that same kind of style. But you have a running back in Jonathan Taylor who would just
He's injured all the time.
led the league in rushing.
Yeah, and then he got hurt all the time this year and he barely played.
Yeah, that's the scary thing.
Mhm.
He'll be back from injury. If AR puts it together and has a really good season,
Develop.
Yeah. It's gonna be development, bro. And you can't forget it takes a little while. Like even Trev, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like people are trying to rush his progress.
It took him a year and change
Yeah.
Right.
Take a little time.
because he was in the worst situation imaginable, and then
first year,
Didn't he have like 5 interceptions thrown in one game or something like that?
it was something where he didn't throw a touchdown for like a month.
Yeah, weird things.
Like he was throwing the Tavon Austin in 2022, bro. Like you're not gonna win like this in the NFL.
Tavon Austin's not horrible. I'm just kidding. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I mean,
It was horrible.
I think you wonder why was he out there.
It
That
was
shit
horrible.
was
Bro.
bad, man.
It was fucking shambolic. It was criminal what we did to Trevor that first year.
Shambolic, then hanging the mascot from the top of the stadium,
Yeah, it's Jacksonville. He always does that.
or chopping off someone's foot.
You chopping wood, baby.
You know what, AB? Enough talk. Talk about your Cowboys, bro.
Actually,
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I like what we did, especially in the first round with Mozzie Smith, because you bring in a guy that can stop the run. That is the only issue with our defense. You couldn't really stop the run. So you bring in a guy like Mozzie Smith that's a run stuffer. He's going to move some people, and it's going to make life a lot easier for Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and those boys, and the secondary, by the way. But
Yeah.
in the second round, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like the tight end. I do love the tight end. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce his name. But the tight end from Michigan, I love him because of what he can do with intermediate routes. If you watch his tape, he always finds a way to get open. We did need another tight end because we did lose Dalton Schultz to Houston. So you needed to get another guy in there, and I think that him and Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot, those three guys at tight end are going to be safety valves for Dak.
Oh, AD.
What?
He knocked the ball in.
Damn, they did.
AD. Oh my god.
He had to rebound in his
He's playing
locker
really
room.
well right now. He's playing really.
He got it back though.
You kind of expected this because I mean he's bigger than the Warriors, but
Well, then he just dunked it. Oh yeah, payback.
Yeah, he did. Oh,
He got it back.
I will say third round is where it got interesting because I was highly pissed at Jacksonville.
What we did?
Guy I originally wanted us to get in the third round. And I think Dallas was actually targeting him too. So Marcus, Jacksonville can burn for all I care.
It's
Oh
burned
my
before. It'll burn again.
Burn.
The
But-
hate is real,
Why
bro.
you want
Great game,
Cowboys to
man.
burn again, man?
This is an elite game, dog.
Won it. But I will say this.
Oh, wait. Nope.
But I will say this. I immediately went from being pissed to being very excited because of who we got. DeMarvion Overshown could be a steal. Reason why, converted safety, grew into a linebacker. You can do what our linebackers can't really do. Cover in space. You need linebackers that can cover in space. He can do that. And on top of that, if he hits you, it's a wrap. You might be in concussion protocol.
Mhm.
Target ain't gonna be no unnecessary roughness. He gonna hit you right, but you
All
still.
right, Sean Payton.
So I like the moves that we made, and we have a receiver that's on our practice squad, Sammy Fehoko from Stanford. We actually drafted his cousin, and he played at San Diego State. He was the Mount West Defense Player of the Year. So that's another depth piece. So we got the rounds 4 through 7. At that point, you're getting depth pieces. Deuce Vaughn at running back. No, he's small. 5'6". A lot of people are gonna go with the Darren Sproles comparison. I'm not gonna do that right now because Darren Sproles was that dude, and I gotta see it. But I feel like he has a chance to really make this roster and make an impact, whether it's on special teams, whether it's on the offense. So I like the moves we made. I really do. Now we just got to put it all together.
Looking at you, Dak.
Well, we got him another weapon in Brandon Cooks. We addressed that position. See, we addressed that in free agency and in trades. We got Brandon Cooks from Houston. So there's another receiver to pair with CeeDee Lamb, another weapon. And like I said, we mentioned the tight ends. We got another tight end. But then defensively, we addressed the corner position by trading for Stephon Gilmore. So, Marcus, we did relieve y'all of him. So you're welcome.
He didn't do shit against us anyway, so I'm really good.
Well, that's because you didn't throw his way, but
We beat him 24-0.
you still didn't throw his way.
Yes, we did.
And
Yes,
you
we did.
Yep.
Everything drug him 3 yards for a first down. What are we doing?
Well, that was offensive interference. They didn't call. I'm just kidding. But we addressed it. He's cornerback 2 for us, so we addressed that position. Now you got Trayvon on one side, you got Stephon on the other side.
I will say on the tight end thing, I wouldn't count on year 1 because tight ends usually don't do much year 1. But after that, yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to start right away. I think your starting tight end is going to be Peyton Hendershot, probably. Either him or Jake Ferguson, one of those two. But he will play this year. He's going to play a role, but he just won't get as many snaps.
I am scared of the pass protection from running backs. It's one thing I'm terrified of. Like, other than that, if that doesn't turn the ball over, you should be okay.
And another thing, this is what's crazy. Do you know that they're not ruling out possibly bringing Zeke back?
Jerry, let the dream go. I know you love him, but let it go.
Well, he hasn't been picked up by anybody yet, so I mean,
There's a reason.
well, he can be a goal line back.
I mean, there's also other reasons because compensatory pick stuff, people weren't re-signing guys. So it might happen. I don't know.
I mean,
But
I'll say this. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, him and Tony Pollard together wasn't a terrible combination. Let's be
no, it
real.
wasn't. It wasn't, but like you want to get younger in running back room, so I get it.
Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you always do. You do, but I mean, at least for another year. You can sign him to like a 1-year deal or something.
His only issue was the contract, really, and him just getting older. That's really what it was.
Right. That's really all it was. I mean, because he was kind of inconsistent with his production. He was productive, but then he wasn't. So, and like I said, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I don't know. Now, I will ask this question. Who do y'all think had the best draft?
I think the Patriots.
Not named the Philadelphia Eagles, though, because they did. And let's be honest, they did.
I mean, I would say that would be the answer. Otherwise, it's even
So not named the Philadelphia Eagles.
Not the name of the Eagles.
Me personally, I would say Houston.
I think
Because
India.
the heist of the century. You drafted C.J. Stroud number 2 overall. Then you trade up to get the 3rd overall pick and get Will Anderson.
Hey,
That is
I like it. I like India's draft overall, actually.
Yo, low key, I hate them very much, but I thought the Bills had a great draft.
they
I
did.
thought New England actually had a pretty solid one too.
Mhm.
There was a lot of teams that had a pretty good.
There was a lot of good evaluating.
The Chiefs
I
did good.
I like Pittsburgh too. Also,
Yeah, Pitt.
Pittsburgh had a great draft.
Didn't they get Darnell? They got Darnell Washington. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that boy
I was
slipped.
surprised Darnell kind of dropped a little bit.
They said something about an injury, like an injury thing.
Oh,
I thought it was legit Miami gonna get him, but
yeah.
it is what it is. They said he had a bad injury during the physical, so
that's why I'm sorry, Spell too, because of physicals.
How we feel about Jalen Hyatt going to the Giants?
Man, this man is not serious. But no, I like that one because any receiver helped badly.
Yeah,
I'm personally higher on Cedric Tillman, but I do like Hyatt though.
yeah. I feel you.
That's how I feel about it.
People are not in college anymore. AB, let it go.
He didn't have to go to the
It was tough.
don't want to deal with that twice a year.
It like he had a choice in the matter.
Oh, man. But still, I mean, come on, man. You pretty much question the man's route running. A Dallas receivers coach questioned the man's route running. Now we got to see him twice a year.
You know, he's gonna be good at it.
That's true.
He's a good
But you gonna put on a show definitely for those 2 years.
The dude is.
He's
I
gonna have to.
about.
He's gonna have to. He's going to say Daniel Jones ass.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something though. The 49ers always get the linebackers and the edges that I feel like pass the eye test for me. I think D. Winters is a very underrated pick for the 49ers. That guy can play. He can play, and I think he'll fit their scheme. So that's going to be interesting to see how they developed him. They really developed defensive players. Well, they really developed players, period, really well. So I'm excited to see what they do with their draft.
Boys had Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, and look
Trey
what
Warner, Aziz Al-Shire got paid. Drake Minlaw's underrated.
and then defensive linemen too. I mean,
Now, none of it's going to matter for the quarterback, but they do a very good job of developing guys.
speaking of which, I want to ask about that real quick. What would y'all do at quarterback for them? Would you,
I would ride out Purdy, bro.
or would you let Trey Lance and Brock Purdy battle it out? Because we
Did
personally
they
battle it out.
did they get Sam Darnold?
Yeah,
They did.
let's not get carried away.
Hey, man, Kyle Shanahan quarterback development. You know?
Hey, C-Mac said he believes in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and C-Mac requested the trade too.
The obsession is sick, bro.
They still think they can fix that, man.
I would ride it out with Brock, though. I think he was pretty poised, bro.
I don't know.
Is Trey ready?
I think so. I think, like, Brock.
I'm gonna be there.
Brock's solid, but he got a ceiling. I don't know if they're going to win anything with him.
You got to seal him for sure. You got to seal him for sure.
GP out there watching this thing. Well, I understand out for this reason. Trey Lance wasn't terrible before he got hurt.
This is great either.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be real. We all know San Francisco defense was most of the reason why they were winning.
Is that Gary Payton's wife?
Why are you looking at this man wife?
I mean, I was definitely rooting for him.
I say let them battle it out. Let the best man win.
Yeah.
I hope he all good and he ready. If he can get it, that'll be great, man.
Yeah, and on top of that, you have a trade piece with whoever loses the job, and you can possibly get a haul for him. Team need a young quarterback that may not want to draft one. There you go. Now teams are going to be tanking for the top 2 picks because we all know who the top 2 picks in next year's draft is going to be. Caleb Williams from USC and Drake May from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
So
Some people really don't know.
we're going to be tanking for them too.
More the tank is short in there. This happens every year. People are like, okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna pass on these quarterbacks and wait on the next guys. And then it's gonna find out you probably shouldn't have waited. If you need a quarterback, go get him if you believe in the guy.
Right. I agree with that 100%. No more passing on draft picks. If you pass on quarterback, you pass on the next generational talent. And you may have to deal with that generational talent for the next 10, 15 years, too.
Let's face it, they don't know a damn thing about QBs. Like, this is the most important position, and nobody knows who's going to be good at the next level.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap it up, also, who do you think is the biggest losers of the draft?
I wouldn't say Detroit because the weird time was they got these guys, but the players themselves are very good.
A lot of good players.
Put Detroit in that now. Because they great draft.
They had bigger needs than just taking Gibbs at 12. Though. They wanted him higher. I would have done that personally, but I mean the players themselves, I like them a lot. That's what I'm saying. I like Jack Campbell quite a bit, but like how many offensive linebackers do you need?
I would say this with Gibbs. I think they took him because, let's be real, there were rumors of teams trying to call the trade up to get him.
Yeah, but for you though, like, do you trust Jared Goff this much?
Hey man, look, he wasn't terrible last season.
Yeah, but he wasn't terrible, but long term, do you really trust him?
Maybe. I mean,
Now,
maybe the Rams were just flat out enamored with trying to get Matthew Stafford there.
because they kept losing because Golfer didn't have enough.
Who did Goff have around them though after that Super Bowl that they went to?
It was the same team.
No, they
More or less.
a lot to that team.
Yeah, they added more, but that team more or less was the same. They kept going deep on deep runs. They just didn't have enough at all.
Yeah, but then Goff gets straight to Detroit and he has a really good season. Like,
He's not
actually-
a bad quarterback. That's the thing. He's not a bad quarterback, but is he going to win anything?
He could get more pieces around him. I mean, he did lead the Rams to the Super Bowl. It wasn't their fault that. I mean, the Patriots defense was just flat out better than everybody.
He fucking sucked in that game.
He did, but I give credit to
He got the job done, Marcus.
He's fine. There's a ceiling, is what I'm saying. There's a ceiling.
So
He's out.
Detroit district tank and wait for one of these other guys.
I ain't saying they're gonna tank. I'm just saying I don't think they're gonna be as good as they think they're gonna be.
Yeah, Detroit is a little too good to tank. I got them winning the division next year.
I don't
Now,
think
the
Detroit's gonna tank, though. They'll win the division because the division's not good.
Well, yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is up out of there, so he done terrorizing people.
Minnesota's really talented, but also they have Kirk Cousins as a quarterback, and their defense is still bad. So
Yeah, and Kirk,
Yeah, sure.
don't get me started. Chicago, I mean, you
baby
have a
steps.
quarterback, you got some pieces, but you're not ready.
Baby steps.
They could be the surprise team, though.
There's always one. There's always one team that surprises every year. Always. Now,
I'm
granted,
not sure
again,
how I felt about the Raiders draft.
I like Tyree Wilson actually. I just didn't want him top 5.
Yeah, right. That's the thing, you know.
I think the biggest loser of the draft is, in my opinion, it might have to be the Ravens. Even though I love the Tyree Wilson pick, like, what did they really do after that?
Experimental guys, I think.
That defense is not good. They need to guard. They need to stop Patrick Mahomes. So you have to get a lot of secondary guys and a lot of guys that can rush the passer,
I mean, they got a linebacker that can cover in space.
which they need badly.
You know, Amari Burney.
Okay, relax.
Relax, man.
Hey, but honestly, he can be developed. I just think it's just a risky pick. And then you get Nesta Jade Silvera, who's going to give you probably 5 full throttle plays. Nesta, bro. Oh my God.
Man, shout out Nesta, man.
That man left the slums of Miami with Arizona State and actually got drafted.
No, that man got drafted solely off of trolling, bro. That's unreal. That's unreal. Unheard of.
And now we done lost Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus is like, I'm
Same
done.
problem. Same problem.
He's done after hearing about Nesta, bro. He's like, no.
Let me tell you, this is Marcus's fault though, because he's too cheap to buy a Charger.
He got to get one.
He said Chargers cost money. So
I
what?
can't believe the Lakers have shot 90% from the free throw.
Bro,
What?
their free throw attempts is insane, man.
It's insane, bro.
Could a fourth quarter collapse be coming for them though? We shall see.
They're so used to
doing
playing
well.
from behind, so it'll be weird.
They're playing well, and like I don't know.
You can definitely see like the matchup issues here in this game. You will see the length kind of bothering the Warriors a little bit, length and athleticism. Oh my God. Bro, D'Angelo Russell is a problem for this team.
D'Lo revenge series, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sick of Jordan Poole, bro. I am so sick of Jordan Poole.
Oh, really? So they caught Josh Hart saying, "Josh, appreciate you" at the end of the game. Okay, bet. Marcus, what happened? Your iPad?
Jesus, man. I just saw
That
this
I
shot.
had out.
That shit was crazy.
Wait, what'd you say?
Jordan Poole having a great game.
And Draymond not.
Masterclass.
Marcus,
What's
your
the
iPad,
Yeah, got on me.
Jerry. You know what he needs to get, right?
What's that?
What do you do to give your iPad some juice?
I use a USB-C, if anything.
That's
Get
a
it,
great charge.
Marcus.
Well, I
Good
use my
USB.
PlayStation. The thing is, I use my PlayStation to charge it, and like it charges when you don't use it, and when you use it, it goes down.
Oh, I feel you. Yeah. You
But
need
that
some
means
real.
that means you just need to get a stronger outlet plug.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Like whatever outlet plug you get is not putting out enough juice.
Yeah, 'cause I use like an old like PS5 charger thing to do this. Like it works when you're not using the iPad and trying to charge it, but when you try to use it while charging it, it just doesn't work.
That's how it was for me and my Xbox. Like I charged my phone on my Xbox, and it would go down if I like was using it. So I was just like, I'm just let it lay there.
You get yourself just like what Jerry said, USB-C.
Yeah.
One had just stopped working, so I didn't get it on.
But y'all got any final thoughts, man? I'm about to fall asleep over here, getting tired.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final thoughts from any of y'all?
Celtics. If we lose game 2, man, I don't know what we're gonna be dealing with, bro. So, also Embiid get healthy, bro. I want him healthy during the series, for sure.
Yeah, my final thought is shout out James Harden for giving them a throwback performance when they needed it the most.
A masterclass.
Yeah, and my other final thought for the overarching theme of the playoffs right now, I'm gonna say it's as clear as humanly possible. Stop overlooking the Denver Nuggets. Stop doing that, people. They ain't some make-a-wish team. This ain't 2015 Hawks. This team is legit.
Just disrespecting the Hawks like that?
You knew they weren't gonna go nowhere. Come on now.
My final thoughts are I agree with the Denver Nuggets. Stop disrespecting Denver Nuggets. They're not playing no more. They're sticking out slander. And Miami Heat took the L tonight. Scott Foster L, by the way. Just bounced back in games 3 and 4 down in South Florida.
Hey, go Heat, bro. Go Heat in this year. I'm rooting for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I hate the Knicks with the passion. So, yeah,
My final thoughts is that I need Bam Adebayo to not put up 10 shots in a game and have Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin out shooting. It's not ideal.
Not ideal.
And then also, another one, Dylan Brooks. I hope everything works out for you, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I really do. Because
Misunderstood basketball
you
player.
might miss out on generational money. And that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
High short.
Hey, China fans. Unless you're Ty Lawson.
Hey, like, really want to go there?
But can you believe he averaged 24 a game in the playoffs not that long ago?
Yes, because
That's
I actually
crazy.
liked him coming out of college.
Yeah, me too. He was at Oregon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like bro.
he was
I
really
like
good.
bro.
He was really good. Yeah. But
Who got the song this week?
Oh,
I can't remember.
I don't know who has a song. It might be Marcus this week.
Yeah, I think it is Marcus.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, all right, cool. So, In the spirit of the NBA playoffs, we're gonna go basketball by Curtis Blow.
Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect.
You know what I
It was a classic.
said basketball. I thought he was gonna say basketball by Lil Bow Wow.
Hey man, I did watch the a YouTube video on like Mike the other day.
Like Mike, bro.
Mike was a classic, though, so I don't care what you say.
Classic.
Like Mike.
Man goes out there off the victory and scores 27 beats up to win.
Man, Kyle, man, he got left off the 75 greatest players, and Calvin Cayley belongs on it.
No, looking back in hindsight, like you're gonna use Morris Chestnut to be a hooper on that. Everybody knows that nigga can't hoop, bro.
This nigga Morris Chestnut is an athlete in every movie he in, bro.
That is a hoop.
But this man got typecasted ever since Boys in the Hood. He's always an athlete in every movie.
Dog.
He was a football player in Boys in the Hood, football player in The Best Man Holiday, basketball player in Light Mike. Come on now.
Hey, at least he didn't get killed.
Hey,
Yeah,
you right.
but with the way he was running that alley, man, I'm gonna take a starting right there with his slow ass. He ran a 4.6. Would have been a fullback at USC. Man had no lateral quickness, bro. He would have been a fullback at SC quick.
Also, before we get off here, if anybody's into movies, do not go watch Air. You will be highly disappointed. Just want to put that out.
In that movie.
It didn't look like it was.
It's not
That
good.
looked
bro.
like a
He didn't even
stream.
look good.
Michael Jordan was. They had Michael Jordan in there like he was Wizard Kelly. Like you could never see his face. It was the weirdest thing ever, bro.
Bro, that shit literally is a high budget 2B film.
Oh, God, he said Wizard Kelly. I'm done.
No, bro, I'm dead serious.
Like, bro, a big budget 2B movie.
Yeah, it was sick. It was bad. I was like,
Poor Wizard Kelly. God.
yeah. So don't waste your time. Just watch it on like they put on Netflix or something. Just watch it.
Crap. I'm done watching movies after what my students did earlier this last week.
What did you do?
I told myself I would not watch that movie tomorrow. And I still sat down and watched it anyway. And I ain't been right ever since.
Hey, man,
That's what-
smile. That's
No!
all you. That's all you, my man.
That movie is psychological trauma.
Wait,
It's
which
a horror
one?
film, so yes.
Smile. That movie is traumatizing.
No, it's a horror movie, so
No. No. When I tell you, if you watch that movie, your mind will be messed all the way up.
You said Smile?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. Yeah, it's messed up.
I got to see that. I love me some horror movies.
No.
Hey, Darnell, please, no, watch it, bro.
I love horror movies. Have
It's-
y'all seen
it's
Evil
about-
Dead yet? I'm gonna see this.
Oh,
My
Darnell,
girl.
Darnell! I saw it last Friday.
Wait. Saw
It's
what?
demonic.
What?
I heard it was a real good. Yeah.
It's
that movie's good.
Evil Dead Rise.
You're the right. Yeah.
It's demonic for
I
sure.
don't mess with those movies. I don't mess. No, if it's
It's
got
wild.
to do with that, nope. I'm not messing with that movie. Nope. I don't mess
Yeah,
with
don't go watch it if you want to sleep well.
Scram, LeBron 3.
it. Darnell, do not watch Smile. If you love Jesus, don't watch it.
Oh damn! Why you gotta do that, man?
Just watching the game so
'Cause I
far.
love me, Jesus.
Lil D finish.
But Marcus is going with basketball by Curtis Blow. All right. Let everybody know where they can follow y'all on social media and burner accounts included.
J Breezy II on Twitter. I am Breezy II on Twitter, and JLamar_II on Instagram.
Same old. Marcus Davis 904 on Twitter. Marcus Davis _ on Instagram. You show choose to follow me on there.
Darnell Monroe's on all social media platforms.
Unhinged Jazz tapes coming soon.
You can follow me on Twitter at AceWave1, on Instagram at Ace_Wave1, ladies. You follow the podcast page on Twitter at Indie Evidence and on Instagram at Indisputable Evidence. With that, it's been another great episode of Indisputable Evidence. And we will leave you as we always do. God bless. Stay safe. Go Heat. Take care of
Go
your
Seas.
take care of your chicken. Take care of your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Marcus.
Wash thoroughly with soap and water. Your ass and Jimmy and the two twins, or Vanessa's a vagina.
Oh my God.
Very true. Very true.
Use Eve
Highly recommended.
and
What?
Old Spice or whatever you want to
Use
use.
Old Spice. Use Old Spice Bath and Body Works
If
product,
you have EVI, use Mondstadt.
Irish Spring Green if you must.
or use Axe. The fine fragrance. Go. But
Axe.
with that, y'all be blessed. Y'all. We'll see you.
Bro, middle school locker room smell like balls and Axe. Anyways, I'm out of here.
Axe showers regeneration.
Shout out to Hemi Butler.
Yes.
Jimmy Butler. Shout out. Y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all.